Hey there, I want to start this off by showing you that this folder is completely empty. There's nothing in it. And then we're going to go back to this folder after this tutorial. Now, one thing I want to go over with this program is it's called Ratchet and is a spy utility. This program will ultimately it will uh, capture every global key hook for key press that you make. And while you're doing that, for every key press you make, it is taking a screenshot and saving it as a PNG. But that's not all. This program is also activating the microphone and recording everything that you say at the same time. And all this information is being stored into the same folder that I showed you on the desktop. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of go down through this code so you guys can see it. I'm going to go over this little bit right here, which this is some bat code. Basically, I don't know if you guys are familiar with iCalcs, but basically, say you have a folder that, or even a directory that is bound by administration and an administrator, and that you cannot access it. This bat file will actually, this bit of code just right here, will allow you to rip away those permissions that were set on that file and give you full access to it. And that's not just folder. If you were to go in there and change this to directory name instead of folder name, and you would just go in and you would finish off your path here, it will literally rip the folder open so you can access it. So moving on, I'm going to go ahead and close out this little thing right here. I'm just going to go over this code with you guys so you can see it. You'll be able to go through and pause this at any point if needed. Now we're going through all the DLL imports for the global key hooks. This will capture uppercase and lowercase as well. The file that it saves will constantly update itself. Now I'm using Naudio as far as being able to capture the microphone. Naudio also has a feature through their Nugget which allows you to capture the output, system output. But I'm not using that. I'm just using the microphone output. I do have a video that goes over the whole sound recording or whatnot. But anyway, we'll keep going. This program, when it starts, it's going to disable Task Manager, and when you go to shut it down, it requires a password, and when you put your password in, it enables Task Manager again. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but you can actually use a pen line to write a bat file and actually not only write it but execute it right after it's done being written. And we're going to go over that. I just did something simple just to give you an idea how it works. It'll just be a hello bat. And I will actually change this right now to normal focus. So when it activates, you'll actually see it pop up when this program activates. And normally I keep it hidden but I'm actually going to be using the iCalcs and to this as well, but we'll get onto that another time. So enable LUA. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. If you're not, basically, if you were to go into Task Manager and say you wanted to go into details or whatnot, you see this little section right here that says this is the virtualization for UAC, and basically you can see where it's disabled on a lot of my things because I'm not an administrator on this. Basically what that does when you run this code, it will, after you run this and you restart your system, it will allow your program to run without prompt. So we're going through more of these hooks. And in here, this is all the, from here down, this is where it is capturing the PNG file for your screen for each key press. That's what all that looks like. You see how we're sitting on time. Doing pretty good. I'm just going to keep going down through this, and this is getting into the key case. I didn't bother putting any of the snapshots into here, but if I wanted to, I could go in here, and in this little area right here, I could dump all that screenshot information into each one of these. But like I said, I didn't really see the point in it, because I really don't care about that. I just want to capture the keystrokes, really, as far as the alphabets on the pad. This will capture everything on your keyboard, but as far as the camera shots go, I'm only interested in what's being written, really. And this is saving the file, the text file log, which is called Ratchet log. I don't really know why I called this program Ratchet. It just seemed fitting. I also have a memory hack that I created, and my program was running using 78 megabytes. And when I used the memory hack, it dropped it down to like, I think 6% and 0 CPU, something like that. This is kind of a Ratchet's unhandled exception. It basically will catch most exceptions if need be. This is for the password prompt and all that on form closing. If form closing is successful, this basically will go through and it will do a process start at minimize focus, which it basically starts back up Task Manager so you can access it again. You're going to see that I have registry value in here to reset the registry, because this program will do that too. But the thing is if you don't have admin, it's not going to work for you, which is why I have the backup class that works shutting down Task Manager, and this is a piece of it right here. So I'm going to move forward quickly, and I'm going to go to Solution Explorer. And if I were to actually go to that code, this is basically what I have, and I'm running a separate thread. The reason I'm running a separate thread is because if I tried running this section right here into my form, what will happen is my program will start up, but for some reason, it causes some type of a suspension in the thread when you're running it on the same thread. Just for the record, it's never good to run multiple processes on the same thread. It's bad. Using multiple threading is smart. It's a good way to go. But I found using this that it prevented my program from freezing, which is good, because when you disable a task manager and then your program freezes up, it doesn't usually spell out good things that happen. But this is just complementing this. And moving forward, this is Ratchet's memory hack, which you guys can see here. It's doing the Ratchet override. And as you can see, it's going into open process, write memory, read memory parasite, read memory ratchet vector, read memory ratchet mnemonic. I will go ahead and I will open this out so you can see it all. I really don't care if you guys use this program. All I ask is if you're going to use it, just put credit where credit's due. And right here is the override and the parasite and the vector and the mnemonic for Ratchet. And I got to see how we're sitting on time. All right. So I'll close that out. I'll close this out. I also have Ratchet Inject, which it injects your process at either 32-bit or 64-bit, which is kind of neat. But I'm going to skim down through this real quick. so you guys can see all this. I know this is a bit to go through. All this is just comments that I put next to it. I try to put in everything in here to explain stuff to you guys, just to make it so it was a little more easily understood. When you're coding, you're going to run into all kinds of little different things. But as you can see, I've left little notes. And that concludes that part. And this is a different part of injection, which I'm not going to get into because it's irrelevant. You don't need this to run the program. With the code that I've just supplied with you, you guys are good. This is kind of experimental code right now, and I don't really want to get into the details of what it does. All I can tell you is it'll latch onto another process. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and fire up Ratchet so you guys can see it. I'm going to try to access Task Manager, and I won't be able to. Now, as you can see, this is the batch file that I have written in here. It's loading itself. It's just saying hello bat. Just to prove to you, you can write a batch script within your code and launch it at the same time. So this is Ratchet. I have it open. Normally, as a keylogger, you're going to have this hidden, and I will have this hidden, but I can't access my Task Manager. I'm looking at a blue screen that says Task Manager right now, and it's not letting me go to it. I don't think you guys actually see that part in the screen recording. I'm not sure. But I'm going to close out this program and show you something. First, I'm going to type some stuff. All right. Hello, YouTube. And then I will close this out.
Terminating Ratchet requires a password.
And as you can see, this is launching Task Manager again, and it's open. If I were to go down here, okay, we're in good shape. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. And I want to go show you guys something now. Now we're going to go into this folder and explore it. And as you can see, there are pictures of all of this. You guys can see me loading my password. Like I said, every keystroke, it takes a photo. And it's taking a full shot of your screen. I have a module that is hooked to this that allows it to do it, but you guys have access to all that. This is the log. Hello, YouTube. It's collecting the shifts of control, and it's collecting the password. The password is just these char stars, basically. And it's telling you the date and time. If I were to start this program up again, you would see another session of this start right below here. And this is the file. Now, as you can see, this is the batch file that I have written in here. It's loading itself. It's just saying hello bat. I'm not sure if you guys. You can write I'm not sure if you guys could hear that or not, but it was going through this whole video beginning. I'm not sure how this screen recorder that I'm using to do this video works as far as that working too, but it definitely works. But anyway, have a good one.